out there and help my team. That's all that matters to me. And when I'm out there, just be the best version of myself. And that's why I got to have that confidence to know that when I am out there, I need to be giving the best version of myself. And so I just want to continue to get better and better every single day. And like I was saying earlier, Saturday was a little iffy. I did some running and stuff, but for the way I was running today was much better. And so I'm just progressing. And like I said, later this week I'll be more determined on my status.
I know you guys are early in Cincinnati prep, but what have you seen out of this version of Cincinnati's offense?
Yeah, I mean, they're still the dynamic and great offense that they've always been. Joe's playing great, Jamar's playing great, and I think T will be back for this game as well. And so, they're a dangerous offense like they have been the past few years. And so we know that we got to get after them, especially up front. We know we got to lay them down and cause a lot of pressure. And so I think that's just the goal, is just really start fast and jump on them early, because times where we have been successful going there is when we've taken the ball away and we get sacks and forced turnovers. So that's what we got to do. We just got to be relentless on the defensive side, because they got a lot of weapons and they're a good offense. So we just got to get after them.
Alex, I know that you haven't been on the field, but you've been in the meeting room. You guys moved TJ around a lot more against the Giants, and since then haven't done as much. Has there been a reason for drawback on that, or is that just like a week-to-week thing?
I don't know. I think it's just week-to-week thing, and I think we might get back into that some this week. So we'll see. But I know that they're trying to do what they can to get him up, free him up, and like I said, when I was in that Giants game, we were doing things to try and free him up to get those one-on-ones. So it'll be a weekly thing. So we'll see what we got playing this week.
Is there something that you're seeing offenses do that's having success taking TJ out of it?
Yeah, I mean, I think just it's nonstop trips, and we have a guy like that, and teams are game planning him. That's what they have to do, and so. But I know he's gonna defeat those, and he's gonna get back there and make a bunch of plays, because that's who he is. His whole career he's been chipped, and he's gotten those double blocks, but he's setting record numbers every single year. And so we know the type of player that he is, and he's gonna. I'm just looking forward to see what he does this week and the rest of the season.
Do you sense any frustration from him when he is getting taken out with all of these nonstop chips? I mean, how is he kind of handling it?
I mean, yeah, I think in a way, because the competitor that he is, knowing that, how hard he works and how much he wants to get the quarterback, I know it is frustrating for him. And so we know our job just overall as a unit, we just got to work together and just collectively get him on the ground. And so, like I said, I know he's going to continue to do what he does, and that's continue to make plays and be the great player that he is. And so, like I said, I'm just looking forward to watching him Sunday and the rest of this year. And so, hopefully, we'll see what my status. Hopefully, I can be back out there this Sunday. But like I said, just got to be confident with it and be smart, and just know that I just got to be my best self when I'm out there.
There was
Talk
a
about
lot of
collectively bringing the quarterback to the ground. I mean, 25 sacks. You guys are, I think, bottom third of the league. What seems to be the problem when it comes to just not racking up the sack totals like the way you guys want to?
Yeah, I mean, I think we just, we can finish better, but I think overall we are playing, pretty good defense. We know that is an area that we can be better at. We know we have so many guys in our room that can rush the passer, and so we know that that's an area that we can definitely be better at. But ultimately, our main focus is, keeping teams off the scoreboard, and we've been doing that pretty well. But we know that's one of the areas we can get better at, and so. I think we just got to continue to get after it and continue to have rush plans to confuse different offensive linemen. But we got a great front, and I love working with these guys, and I think we have one of the best fronts in the league. And so we just got to keep going and keep getting after it.
Alex, sorry if you already asked this, but there was a lot that was kind of made about when the schedule came out, the 4 divisional games in a row. Is there a different challenge in playing back-to-back divisional opponents?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely, the intensity is definitely ramped up for sure, especially these last couple. We got 2 in the road, and especially starting off with the Ravens and going Thursday night against the Browns. But at the end of the day, it's, we got to thrive in these type of moments. We have to thrive, being uncomfortable in these situations, because it's obviously tougher playing back-to-back division games. But we know we know what type of team we are, and we know what type of players that we have. So we just got to continue to get better and continue to just get better.
Thanks, guys. What is the biggest area of focus this week, especially going into yet another divisional game?
What it always is, just focusing on ourselves and details, small things, and execution, really. So that's been our primary focus this week.
Is that kind of where some of the problems and tough moments in the red zone have come from? Is it just really boiled down to execution?
Yeah, I mean, somewhat, obviously when you don't execute is usually something that you're doing. Defenses obviously have like great game plans and sometimes are a bend don't break defense. But at the end of the day, it's always when you look back at it, and if we're kicking field goals or not getting points, it's always something that we're doing and something that can be fixed.
What can you guys take from those 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter that can be applied to maybe fix some of the red zone things that were popping up in the 7 scoreless or touchdownless quarters before that?
I guess you can just like look back at those plays and see how everybody executed, and a lot of times when you see those plays happen, it just comes from every guy doing their assignment. Nothing really just too crazy or anything. I mean, obviously you have those big time plays and stuff, but sometimes just doing just the simple things and 111 doing everything correct can get the job done.
What are some of the biggest challenges that the Bengals defensively pose to you guys?
Obviously they got a good pass rush and things, and really this day and age though, no matter what like rankings and this and that, really don't even matter. It's every defense poses a threat in some type of way, but at the end of the day, we always just focus on ourselves, and obviously every defense is going to present some type of challenge, but we know if we execute how we need to execute, whatever defense, whatever challenge it is, we can beat. So we'll be ready.
How do you guys as an offense maintain rhythm when Justin rotates in? He said it can be kind of random. Sometimes he doesn't always know. How do you guys just maintain keeping a flow within the offense, knowing the quarterback could change at any moment?
Just because we're used to hearing his voice and hearing him in the huddle, we done did it so much through camp, beginning of the season, that I feel like the biggest thing when a new quarterback comes in is just, it's a different voice, a different person in the huddle, but we've been so used to hearing Justin voice and stuff that when he come in the huddle, it's not like we're like, oh, Justin in. It's Justin in. We was in. We would the first. I don't know however many games with him at first. So it's kind of pretty at this point. I'll say normal, and we know what element he can bring to the game into our offense.
How much has your relationship grown with Russ, Calvin? It seems like you guys are just getting locked in the more you play together.
It's grown as the season has continued, just because we got more reps, more opportunities. But Russ is that guy that like he's gonna continue to push all the relationships just across the board, just from a leadership standpoint. He's always talking to guys, making sure everybody's locked in on the assignment.
What was his message to you guys after that game and kind of leading into this week as you turn the page on that loss?
It's a long season, and we got a new opportunity in front of us, and just making sure we're ready and focused, and just don't panic. We took a loss, but we're right back this week, so we'll be good.
How important was it to get that extra off day yesterday? Obviously, you guys get the mini bye with the Thursday game, but how important is it to get rest at this point in the season, especially when you have, 3 games in 10 days next month?
Yeah, it's always important, just, taking care of your body, and, coaches and game planning for them and stuff is very important. So, anytime you get late in the year, nobody's really going to be feeling their best, but, these moments are ones where you can hash out some details type stuff that could help you, maybe not this game but the next game. But it's just about we know this is a long season, so just taking advantage when you do have that off time.
Russ hit you twice down the seam for big plays, the first deep ball, the touchdown. Is that something that you feel like you guys are working more regularly, that it's becoming a more natural part of your offense?
Yeah, I would say that. Just from a standpoint, though, that he likes to. That's one of the passes over his career that he's been very good at. So, it's just like I said, with growth and as the season goes on, getting more and more reps, you see things more and more, and you see what stuff has been open in like past games. So going forward, you can make sure you hit it.
Calvin, I know you're a team first guy, and I'm sure when you guys got Mike Williams, you were happy to just have another threat, another weapon in your receiving room. At the same time, did that kind of challenge you in any sort of way, and how have you tried to respond to that? Because you have had a couple nice games, including the last receiving performance.
Yeah, I would say he was obviously a big addition to our offense. But no, I would the challenge that I always give myself and put in front of myself is always greater than any other challenge anyone else or anything else could present to me. So I just always approach each day with that outlook, like I'm competing for the goals that I know that I wanted to achieve.
Thanks,
Of course, thank you.